Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be looking at the vibe that you give off at work, how you come across to your colleagues and your co-workers, essentially what you're projecting in your work, your business life. So I'm going to ask you to pick from card 1, 2 or 3 and we will get started. So if you picked card number 1, this is your reading. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more readings from me. I focus on soul purpose, work, career and business. So we're going to see what's coming through here. So I've got prosperity lies ahead, and I'm asking for you guys, what is the vibe that you give off at work and how you come across to your colleagues? So I feel like you can come across as a little bit reserved. That's what's coming through with this energy. But you're friendly. I definitely feel like you come across as very polite, friendly in a polite kind of way, but there's definitely an air of you have a slight boundary up around getting too close to people. At least and again, this is how you come across. So make sure that it resonates with you. And it's not necessarily what your intention is, but it's just sort of the vibe that you give off. So I definitely feel like you definitely are approachable, certainly, especially when it comes to work-related things. But I feel like there is this sense that people feel like you don't share all of yourself at work. And that might be a really good idea to not give everything away. But this is just essentially, how you're coming across. So let's see what else we have here. So the vibe that you give off at work or how your co-workers see you. Family. So I'm getting that at least some of the people that you work with wish that they could know you a bit better, I feel. Because I feel like it's almost like you give off this sense where people, I think you're likable. People definitely see you as very likable. But people wish that they could get to know you a bit more. And that's why we're getting that family card. I feel like with prosperity lies ahead, it's almost like you have this very, almost regal air. I feel like someone you come across as very responsible and capable. And I would say that that is the energy that you are leading with around your work. But there's definitely an opportunity to connect more on a personal level with some of the people that you work with. So I'm just going to see what else is coming through here. So pile number 1, how you guys connect with your colleagues, how they see you. I feel like, I'm getting this almost like when you would have maybe more, you'd let down your hair or have events and things like that at work. People just want to connect to you more. The High Priestess we've got here. So I feel like you almost, I don't know whether you'll have to sort of, analyze this for yourself, but I'm definitely getting there's this sense of you might feel that you're meant to hide certain things or not be a totally open book. And I feel like some of it is almost related to you not feeling totally sure of your career in some way. So it might be that you feel like you're doing the right kind of work but are not in the right environment, or there might be another interest that you have outside of your work, or it might be a side gig, or it might be that you do a couple of different things for your work. But it's almost like you're not pulling all of these things together and showing up as your whole self. So you're presenting one image. You've got that very sort of capable person with this card, very capable. You know what you're doing, but there are other aspects of you, other sides to you that you're not allowing everything to be unified in one place. So you'll show up with different identities in different situations, which, everyone does that to an extent. But there is this sort of nudge within you, I feel, within your soul with the High Priestess we've got. And that question is, do you want to feel more unified? Do you want to feel like you can be your whole self? Because I think actually that could really have an impact on your career in quite interesting ways if you start to bring all of these different aspects together. I'm going to see what else is coming through here. So we've got walking away. I'm just going to see what is coming through. So I'm asking for you guys how you come across to your colleagues. Yeah, I don't know, and I feel like this is quite a specific situation, this walking away card. I feel like it could possibly relate to one particular relationship at work, and I don't know whether you have actually voiced to someone that you're thinking of doing something else, although your interests lie in a different area or something along those lines. But it feels like there are certain things that you're keeping private, maybe out of necessity. But I feel like there is at least one person or a couple of people who may know more about your situation here. That is what's coming through. Let's see what else is coming through for you guys. You are good enough. A new romantic cycle begins, and communication is key. Yeah, I feel like, again, I'm getting this real sense that part of you wants to evolve. That is the word that's coming through, evolve. You want to grow, and I think this relates not just to your career, it actually relates to you as a person, as a human being. And I feel like you want your career to be more fulfilling. I feel like it has been fulfilling to an extent up to this point, because it feels like you're very accomplished in what you're doing. And I think that people recognize you as a leader. But there is something, I feel like you've maybe been working on something for a while. It could be a couple of years that you've actually been invested in something else outside of your work, and you want to bring more of that into your career as a whole. So I feel like that's partly why people actually feel as if you're not, as if you're hiding a little bit, as if you're not showing all of who you are, because it feels like there's something else on your mind. And it feels like you're not quite sure of how to go about this. I think that you may have a mentor. So actually, where I was picking up this walking away card, it could even be a coach, or it could be a colleague, or a mentor that you have, where you are starting to discuss, or at least starting to broach this topic of how to, I feel like you want to make the most of the experience that you have and to not let go of that, but to walk in a new direction with your career. So I definitely feel like they can't pick up on that, but they can pick up on something within you that is not being shown to them. So I feel like once you start to kind of integrate all of these different aspects of yourself and figure out, it's not that you have to sit down and figure out how it happens, but I feel like you will get to a place where all of these different strands of yourself start to come together, and then people will not see that you are holding something back. They will be able to engage with you more. So I hope that this reading has been supportive for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more readings. Let me know in the comments if you would like any reading requests made. And if you'd like to book in for a one-to-one reading with me, you can do that on my website, where I specialise in career, business and soul purpose. Hi guys, so if you pick card number 2, we're going to be looking at how you come across to your colleagues, co-workers, the vibe that you give off in your working life. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more readings from me. And I'm going to see what's coming through here. So we've got, you're very close to achieving your goal. So I'm just going to tune into this card to see what is coming through around how other people see you. I feel like people sometimes don't know what your motivations are at work. And again, I need to kind of make sure that this makes sense to you, that, your intuition is saying, yes, this is the reading for you. But also, as I'm getting that message, I'm getting that, I'm getting a little bit of a gossipy vibe in where you work, or the people that you work with. So when I say that people are not sure of your motivations, I need to say, like, it's not that you necessarily owe them anything. It's not that you owe them an explanation about your motivations, but people are definitely curious about you, and a little bit envious. I would say there is some envy, and it feels like that is to do with your connections with other people. So it could be with management, or it could be that you're just well connected in your industry, or that there's a sense of possible favoritism or something like that. But there's definitely something around that. And with this card, you're very close to achieving your goal. I'm actually getting the message for you guys to just hold your head high and not worry too much about what other people think, because it feels like you're actually a very honest and open person. But I think that when you notice a kind of gossipy vibe, or maybe a vibe around the place that you work where you don't feel like you could fully trust some of the people, you can really close up and kind of clam up and go into your shell. And by doing that, they are losing that opportunity to have you as a real friend in the office or the environment that you work in. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm getting the message with this, like, don't worry too much about it. Don't worry that you're holding back, or that people are wondering sort of what you're up to. It's really their own nature that is, bringing that to the fore. It's not really to do with you. So I'm going to just see what else is coming through here. What do you need to release? And it's time to release negativity, so that might be the answer. I feel like it feels like, you've been through a lot. I don't know whether it's around your education or your early work experience, but it feels like you've had some challenging experiences, and I think that you are quite you can be guarded because of that. You can see what other people are capable of, and there's a kind of weariness in your energy here. And I feel like actually, if you're not feeling 100% comfortable around some of the people that you work with, I feel like it's really happening so that you can come to terms with that, so that you can, I feel like, decide in this moment, in this situation, which I hope it doesn't feel like it's so triggering for you that it's overwhelming. And I feel like if it's at a kind of milder stage of discomfort, it's actually so that you can have the space to think, well, how do I want to manage this situation? How do I want to show up? Like, what are the values that I want to bring into my work? Whilst understanding that at times you need to protect your energy and protect yourself. Let's see what's coming through here. Energy work. I'm also getting, by the way, that, I don't feel like you need to sort of worry about the people that you're working with. It's more of a kind of subtle feeling around some of the people that you're working with. So I'm just going to see what's coming through. So I feel like people do it essentially, they may not verbalize this, but they may see you as a kind of healer, someone who is really capable of holding space for others. And I feel like that's sort of being called out of you a little bit as well. It's like you're being called upon to definitely almost be a mentor to others, I would say. I don't know whether that has come up as a direct request, but I feel like people do see you in that capacity. And I think what I'm getting really for you is the question also, like, do you have the space for that? Can you do that? Is that something that you want to do? Because it's not something that you have to do in this situation. And obviously I don't know what you do for your work, but even if it's in a healing field, and it might not be, it's up to you to decide, when am I working and when am I not working, and to decide that you don't have to be available to everyone. It really is up to you. It's about what is going to fulfill you and what you have the energy for, to make sure that you don't feel drained or overburdened. That is a really important thing. So I've got the third chakra here, and I've got walking away. So I'm just going to see what's coming through here. What is coming through for you guys? And I'm asking how you come across to co-workers. So there is this sense, I feel like, now I don't think that people are thinking this. It's really important to say this. I don't think that people are consciously thinking this, but there is an element of your energy. This is on an energetic level. It's not on a conscious thinking level, where it's almost like your energy is leaving this situation. It is deciding on some level that this working environment is not really for you. People see you as very powerful, and I think that you are starting to realize that yourself, that you have a certain power, a certain presence. And I feel like there is something around your work or this particular situation where it doesn't feel like it's enough for you to fully show up as everything that you are. And I feel like there are some difficult decisions that you're making, and this might not relate to the very present moment. You might stay in this work or in this job for quite a while longer, but I feel like on some level you're starting to feel like this isn't going to be this is not where I'm going to be long term. I don't see myself here for the next 5 or 10 years. I'm getting that sense from you. Not that there's a sort of imminent decision to leave necessarily, but I feel like when I see your energy in this place, it's like, yes, I'm here right now, I'm here, but I'm not going to be here forever. Let's see what else is coming through. And again, I don't think that people are thinking that at all. I really don't think that that's the case, but that was coming through as a message about your energy, so I'm just going to share that with you. I'm just going to see what else is coming through. How do people relate to you at work? I feel like you really do want to, like, you are very curious about this, so I'm just going to try and get a bit more information coming through. So I've got the Sun, the High Priestess, and the Fool. So let's see what is coming through. How do people see you? I feel like they can't see all of who you are, and I think that that's simply the way that things are meant to be, because you're not, it feels like in this role you're not in a place where you are um, sharing all of the skills and the talents that you have. I feel like people see you as very, very kind. I think that they know that you have this kindness about you. There's a slight sense of mystery because there is definitely something about your energy that is quite powerful. But with the Fool, I definitely also get someone who's playful, um, down to earth. You are happy to, feels like you're quite happy to kind of get along with people and to chit chat and just be generally friendly. There is this other side to you that I think people are not 100% aware of, and I feel like you are probably going to be developing this part of yourself over the next several years. You are going to be, you are very powerful, but you're powerful in a quiet kind of way. And I guess to say that in a more grounded or down to earth way, it's like you're very capable, you're very, very good at what you're doing. But I think that it's like people sense that you are capable. It may not even relate to what you're doing right now. So you may not love what you're doing right now. You may not feel like you're the best at it. Um, and that might be just your feelings about yourself. But people always sense that you are very capable, very responsible, a safe pair of hands. But there is definitely so much more that you're going to develop. I feel that really strongly. So don't feel like you're stuck or anything like that, because I feel like things are going to shift, not necessarily immediately. It might be quite a long time before things start to shift. And again, it also, depends on you. You get to make those decisions. But otherwise, I feel like you come across very well in your work. And I think if you don't 100% connect to people on every level, I feel like there's plenty of space for that in other areas of your life. But I feel like people see you as very warm and very capable. So I hope that this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you would like a one-to-one reading with me on your career or your business and soul purpose, you can book directly on my website. But I wish you the very best. Hi guys, so if you pick card number 3, we are looking at how your co-workers, colleagues, clients, customers see you, the vibe that you give off at work. Don't forget to like and subscribe for career, business and soul purpose readings from me. And I've got here, nothing will come of this situation. So I'm just going to tune into this energy, the energy of this card, and see what is coming through for you guys. So for card number 3, what is the vibe that you give off at work? How do your co-workers see you? I feel like I'm getting immediately the sense that you've lost your voice. And this probably relates to a feeling of, speaking up. It could be literally that you are, have lost your voice or have a sore throat. But I'm just gonna, it's almost like it's like you don't feel confident enough to fully show up as who you are and to share what you're thinking. And I feel like this really weighs on you, weighs on your spirit, that you can't do this more. And I feel like people, I wouldn't say people directly think like that, they're not thinking, so and so is not sharing their voice. But it's like your energy is like drawn into the background. So we've got, this picture of the moon. The moon is a real, like a far distance away in this image. And it's like you're just not showing up in the way that you could be. I want to understand this more, so I'm just going to tune in a bit more and see what else comes through. So I've got ask, opportunity to forgive, and child. So I'm going to see what's coming through with this reading. I feel like also you feel like, or you have been, kind of looked over for more opportunities, and maybe a position has gone to someone else when really it could have, or was perhaps more suited to you. That could be something from the past, because we've got opportunity to forgive. So that could be relate to something like a previous position. It might not relate to what you're currently doing. But I really want to understand what is going on here, because I feel like you're very, very creative and you have a lot of potential around this, around your creativity. But I feel like you do need to speak up more. I'm getting that, the vibe that I'm picking up on is that you are not seen as much as you should be at work. And it's not that people don't know that you're there. They know that you're there. And I feel like they actually know that you are committed to the work, that you do really good work. But there is something around you needing to be seen. And we've got with this child card, this orange, and it's like you need to be seen as much bolder. Um, and I'm getting as well, like, this is not your fault, okay? It's not your fault that you're in this situation, but you are in this situation to learn from it and to help to shift it. I feel like you need to ask. Now, I'm getting this as a kind of very general vibe, so you'll need to interpret it for your situation. But it's almost like you need to ask for help. You need to ask for support and for guidance. You need to connect to people on a heart level. And I feel like through that, people will start to see what you want, because what is actually hidden from your co-workers, I'm not sure why it's coming through with this card, but it's probably, coming through with childhood needs, is that your needs and your desires need to be seen. And I feel like that is what is sort of cutting people off from seeing you. It's that it's not that they're not seeing you and the work that you do, but they're not seeing what you want. They're not seeing your desires. They're not seeing what you are asking for. And, I'm getting also, it might take some time to build up to this level of feeling that you are truly seen for what you want. It might not happen overnight. It might take a while. But I'm definitely getting that you need to share more with anyone, really. This could be colleagues. It might also just be friends. Like, if you're not used to saying what you want in your career, it could just be start sharing this with anyone, with family, with friends, so that you get comfortable talking about what you want and your needs and your desires around your work. I'm just going to ask for a bit more, so on a more personal level. What is the vibe that you're giving off at work, or how your colleagues connect to you or see you? Let's see what's coming through. There's definitely more that is coming through around this, and I just want to connect to it. So we've got the Emperor, we've got the Eight of Wands, and we've got the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like actually, you're someone who comes across as solid and creative, but I feel like sometimes you can come across as a bit anxious as well. So that it's like you can really feel yourself shifting from mood to mood, because I would feel like sometimes you're very much in your creative zone, sometimes you're more sort of businesslike and down to earth, but I feel like there is definitely an element of anxiety that can come up as well. And I wouldn't say that this is so obvious on the surface to other people. It might be if they maybe sit next to you or work very closely with you, but what I feel like, you could really benefit if you're not already from looking at these inner child wounds, because I feel like there is a certain level of anxiety, and I feel like it is actually coming down to not having your needs met as a child. It feels like that. It's like you don't know how to. It feels like in your career, what is happening is that you're not being seen, like, for what you want to happen, maybe the opportunities that you want. People are not seeing that. It's like it's not radiating from you, it's not projecting from you. And the reason, it's complicated, but I'm feeling that it's because you're not used to demanding that your needs are met, or having those expectations. So there is some deeper work that needs to be done here. So I would say don't put so much pressure on it kind of transforming in your career straight away. Understand that it's going to take a while for that to happen, but ultimately when you feel comfortable having your needs heard and seen is when you'll start to notice those shifts happening around your career, and people will start to see you and choose you and pick you for the opportunities that should be yours. So I hope that makes sense. Do let me know in the comments if it resonates. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you'd like a one-to-one personal reading with me where we'll look at your career and how you're meant to be showing up and the things and opportunities that should be coming your way, you can book directly on my website. But I wish you the very best.